Yep. We got to make sure that y'all understand who we are, because we know we talk.
And that's just all I have to say about that. But
look what happened. Baby mama went.
Now he's trying to go and change his middle name to
I totally summed it up. Okay, he was going to
with the whole thing. We're going to move on to the next topic.
Girl Lil Luki R, and we're going to get into some trendy beat and blast real.
I'm your girl, Phoebe L. Ray.
her mindset.
Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome to Trendnation. This is our 8th episode in our season 6. So we're gonna have a special one with you. Hey, you know what? I got a special co-host here. My granddaughter, Cody Scott. Say hi to the people. All right, she's gonna be helping me along with this show. So we're gonna be talking about hot topics. We're gonna be talking about all kinds of people and all kinds of things. So, hold on one second. Phoebe, what you got going?
Well, Mr. Chris, we're going to be talking about Carly Russell, about, hey, was she kidnapped or did she just feel like going in the bushes? Or, look, maybe, well, we don't know. We'll find out, though. But we also going to be talking about Jamie Foxx. Now, Jamie Foxx, I don't know. Do you have a look-alike twin or your clone? We'll find out. We'll talk about it. All the opinions of others. But until then, let's see what Dr. Tony got going on over there.
Well, thank you, Phoebe, and I'm really excited because I have my partner in crime, my oldest son, Brandon, who's here on Ask Dr. Tony. We're going to talk about nutrition, and we're going to talk about dance, because if you look at him, he's a specimen and he can dance. So he's going to show us a few moves, show us how to stay healthy, and I can't wait to share. Chris, back to you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Tony. So we want you to just go ahead and get comfortable, get your favorite drink, get your favorite meal, snack, whatever, and just sit down and relax as we go through season 6 of Trendnation. Be back in a moment. Cody, come back here.
Welcome to another episode of Can We Talk with Dr. Tony. I'm here with my son, Brandon Hampton. So happy that you came. Thank you for coming today.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, well, we have a lot to talk about. Many people who follow me know I have an acronym. It's a NEST, right? And so today we're going to focus on the N and the E, nutrition and exercise. And that's why I'm in a dancing mood, because you're going to show us some moves later, right?
All right, now, don't have me dancing all over the place here.
That's right, because if you're going to be healthy, it's so important that you not just eat well, but you have to move your body. And we'll talk a little bit about why that's so important. What I've asked my son to do is to think of some of the more common questions that people have about diet. And we're going to make it a little spicy, and we're going to talk about the carnivore diet, because that's kind of a hot thing. You hear about low carb, keto, and now even carnivore. And who would even eat a crazy diet like that, right? So
Only you.
Right, exactly. So, and my family's been through the whole spectrum. We were vegetarian, sometimes vegan, and now we kind of transitioned to carnivore, keto, and low carb, depending on who you talk to in the family. So it's really exciting. So let's start. Let me see what kind of questions you got for me, Brandon.
Yeah, let's talk keto. Let's talk about it. So I have so many friends that struggle with the idea of keto and what it is and what it means and all these different things. So can you tell us about, like, how do you personally benefit from it? What's so exciting about keto?
Yeah, well, it's actually, for me, I started my dietary journey in the beginning. I remember the first book I bought, and it was called How to Disease-Proof Your Kids. So actually, my dietary journey started by actually trying to make sure you and your brother Justin were healthy. That led to me leaving the standard American diet, becoming a vegetarian for about 10 years with you guys. But I found I still had stomach issues. My stomach was still irritated. I was gassy, and I just didn't.
Know.
You remember that, right? So that's right. So at the end of the day, that wasn't working. So I started to do more research, and when I did more research, I found there are other ways to be healthy, and that led to low carb, keto, and for some of us, carnivore. So for me, it was about an irritable bowel issue. And I don't even think about my belly. I used to go to places and always think about where's the bathroom. I'm always, worried about if I have to speak somewhere. Is my stomach going to act up? Literally almost missed my graduation from medical school because of this, which is crazy. So I just didn't want to live that way, and that's why I discovered this dietary pattern. But for you, when you were introduced to this diet, how did it affect you?
To be honest, I thought it was crazy. I didn't understand the concept of only eating, meats and certain types of vegetables. I mean, I remember telling my friends, they thought I was crazy too. And especially, because I love to go out as dancers do.
Yeah.
And, I hate to say it, but we like to drink. I mean, let's be honest. And when you're telling me I can't have my pina colada, I can't have my mojito, like I can't have, a little bit of sugar. So we ended up just taking shots, and it ended up being fine because, zero carbs.
I'm just learning this, by the way. I'm just learning all of this right now, but keep going.
But, it was challenging. I think what kind of broke it in for me is just taking that extra leap. And when I actually got into the process of, okay, I can still eat all these different meats because I love to eat, chicken, steak, all these different things, and just adding that little vegetable to accompany it. It wasn't that bad after that.
Yeah, I think it's a lot easier than people think. And because it's easy, what's hard about ribeye? It's basically ribeye, chicken, fish, no flour, no cornmeal, no barbecue sauce, non-starchy vegetables. So you can always, in a restaurant, switch out the potatoes, rice, and pasta for non-starchy vegetables. You make sure your meat doesn't have the wrong stuff covering it, and all of a sudden, you're doing fine. I always tell patients, don't focus on what you can't have, focus on what you can have. And for me, if you give me a ribeye every day, I'm happy. So let's talk a little bit briefly about how hard it is to make these transitions. So for you, when we're going from vegetarian to low carb keto, was it hard for you to really do that, or did you find it easy?
It was definitely challenging. I think in the beginning for me, because I do love certain foods like tacos and sushi, I can eat that all day, every day.
That's right.
And when you tell me I can't have, the corn that makes the tortilla, like I can't do it.
Right, that's right.
But, I think for me, I thought about it more so in the long term. How is this diet going to affect how I feel? And I noticed that when I did eat tacos and sushi, I felt bloated. I felt like I couldn't move. And, as a dancer as well, teaching dance fitness classes, you got to have energy 24/7. You have to make sure that you're physically fit and also like within your insides as well to make sure that you can deliver. And I realized that transition into keto, like, wow, I have more energy. I feel like I can actually go throughout the day with more focus and all that precision as well.
Yeah, and I also saw your brother Justin and your grades went up tremendously. So when you started doing keto and intermittent fasting, your grades just shot up, and I was so impressed with that while you guys were at WashU. So I really think it's important that people understand it's not hard. But the key message that he just shared, he said, you know what, it was easier to do things. And for me, not having that upset stomach all the time, that made it easier. So unlike some people who may have processed food addiction and sugar addiction, I knew that there was going to be a consequence if I didn't eat right. So for me, it was easy. People say, why are you so disciplined? Because I don't want to feel that way. So I think those are great talking points. But let's get into this whole carnivore thing. Again, who would eat that way? And so I know you have a few questions you want to ask about carnivore.
Yeah, the carnivore diet. I think the concept of it is super interesting, and I think a lot of people don't really understand, like, you're literally just eating meat. So how can we talk about this in terms of like the fiber aspect? Because I know a lot of people have questions about, do we need that fiber? How do we get it from just the meat? You know, how does it affect our bowel movements?
Yeah, it's a very interesting question. You know, when you get a master's in nutrition and functional medicine, they talk a lot about plant lifestyle and why plants are so important. And the first thing they talk about, you need fiber, right, to have a normal bowel movement. But really what a bowel movement what's gonna happen with fiber is just gonna make it more bulky. So I always use the example, if you take the expressway and you put more cars on the expressway, is that really gonna allow the cars to travel faster? And the answer is not necessarily. So, but I
don't know, in Chicago,
maybe.
Drive a little crazy.
Now check this out. So imagine, I have to be a doctor, so I'm gonna think like a scientist. So the World Journal of Endocrinology did a study on fiber. And they literally found in the study, and it was a randomized controlled trial, which is the highest level of quality of a study. And what they found in the study is that the people who had zero fiber didn't get bloated, didn't get constipated, didn't have cramps and all of those symptoms, and the people with a high fiber diet actually did. Now, as a person who's had irritable bowel, that makes a lot of sense, because when I ate a lot of high fiber foods, I would get bloated, and I used to keep that little bottle at home of Beano.
Oh,
and
yes.
you probably noticed that we don't really have a lot of Beano around the house anymore. And also I can actually sleep in the same bedroom with my wife because all of that plant stuff actually made me gassy. So I'm really excited that that's not in my life anymore. So what else do you want to ask about?
That's a very good point. I did have a question, because, you know, there's so many different conditions and diseases that people talk about, and I think one is colon cancer. So
Yes.
won't all that meat increase my risk of colon cancer? Or?
Yeah, it's really interesting because, again, this is where science and understanding how science works is really important. And so when it comes to colon cancer, the thing that happens with that is that you end up looking at studies, right? You went to Cambridge to study when you were in high school. At Oxford, they found that the people who actually ate, you know, they did the studies and it kind of suggested that it did actually increase the risk for colon cancer, but these were observational studies, they were survey studies. When they looked at randomized controlled trials, they found that those types of things actually didn't happen. So again, always remember, it's the type of studies that they do, and if they're like survey studies that they send to your home, that's not real research. So Brandon, those are great questions. I think we'll wrap up with that. I appreciate you, asking a few questions, and now I want to go to the exercise piece. And so, but instead of just talking about it, let's do something about it. And I want you to show us more about how to do some exercise. So let's do that next.
Of course, let's do it.
All right, guys.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Brandon Hampton. I am the host of the Ritmos Negros podcast. So Ritmos Negros actually means black rhythms, for those of y'all that don't speak Spanish, okay? All right, so this podcast is a monthly podcast. It's both English and Spanish episodes, and it talks about everything related to music and dance and those black and African roots, focused on Latin America and the Caribbean. So I'm going to show you all some dance styles from Colombia. We're going to go to the Caribbean coast where there's a huge Afro population. So we're going to get into that right now. DJ, drop that beat.
Muévete así, muévete, ajá, muévete así, muévete, ajá, muévete así, muévete, ajá, muévete así, muévete.
All right, give me that shimmy, y'all. There you go. Hey. Come on now. Yeah, let me see those shoulders. All right, step forward. Some of that head. Hey. And hey, again. Move that head. Mueve la cabeza. Hey. All right, give me that cumbia step. Woo. All right, now. I know y'all sweating. But keep going. There you go. All right, we're gonna take it this way. Hey! And go! Make it low, 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 low. Salsa choking. Hey! Yeah, keep that body moving. Ah! All right, take it. And back. This way, left. And back. All right, let's get some macro. There you go. Yes. Yes. Yeah, undulation like this. Shoulders. Give me There you go. Alright. From the top, let's go. See. Move that head. Move that head again. Hey, come on now. Hey, hey. And move those feet. Move those feet back. I'm going to go kick. Hey. See, y'all ready for the club? That was these moves. Hey. Take it that way. Go. Take it low, 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 and outside junction. Yeah. And go. And back. There you go. Hey. Slow it down. Woo. There you go. Give me that strong pose. Shoulders. There you go. I'm gonna have to ice these shoulders out there, I'm telling you. But it's all worth it. There you go. Yes. Shimmy. Hey. All right, and back. All right, come on, let's go.
Robert Burks, and we're going to have another segment. Thank you, Brandon.
Of course, and everybody out there, make sure to follow Ritmo.
All right, we're back here at Trendnation. We have our special guest, Mr. Robert Burks. Mr. Robert Burks is a former musical director for the Shy Lights. You know those songs, "Oh Girl, While I Depend on You." Okay, but back to Rob. Okay, Mr. Burks, thank you for coming and visiting with us here at Trendnation.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a few questions there.
Sure.
I have a little bit of background in music. How long, how many instruments do you play? How long you been playing, things like that?
Ooh, I probably have been playing the guitar for about 45, 50 years.
Wow. Wow, you pretty
Don't
good
tell
then.
nobody, this will be our little secret, okay?
Okay. Okay. So guitar, that's the only instrument that you play, or you play other instruments?
Guitar, I can teach beginning band instruments.
Okay.
I went to school for a teacher's degree in
Okay.
music.
Did you grow up in this area, in Chicago? Or?
Schaumburg.
In Schaumburg.
I'm a suburban brother.
Oh, okay. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Now, you were former music director for the Shy Lights.
Correct.
Now, me growing up in Chicago as a small town, because I'm a musician myself, I used to play in the basement of Eugene Record, who was one of the founding members of the Shy Lights.
Yes.
And I saw, I've seen Squirrel come through and all the rest of the stuff, and Uncle Marshall Thompson, holler out to Unc, and Mr.
boss.
Robert Lester. Yeah. Now, Marshall was just given the honorable doctorate.
Yes.
and now he's doing a residency in Las Vegas right
Yes,
now.
at the Rio. Yes.
Yeah, at the Rio. That's good stuff. So growing up, that was really fun for us to play in the basement of a man, an icon. I mean,
I did the same thing.
Yeah,
We grew up the same way.
So being in the, I would say, the presence of royalty, of Chicago musical royalty.
Yes.
How did that fortify or increase your feeling for music?
It's just a stepping stone to look at it from a logical sense. You play for when you first start out, as you know, you're playing for bars or outdoor concert of some sort. But when you're with the Shy Lights, you're looking at a crowd of at least 4,000 or 5,000, maybe 10,000 people.
Exactly.
A stadium full of people.
Exactly.
So it's next level, as well as being a radio broadcaster or something like that.
Yeah, definitely, because the Shy Lights, until this, I mean, including this day, up until this day,
Yes.
they really draw a really big crowd.
Yes, they do.
Really do.
Yes, they do.
really do. And so right now, I think that you're working with Slave, right?
I work with Slave also, yes.
Oh, okay. And you're doing the musical directing for Slave?
I play guitar, lead guitar with Slave, as well as music director.
Oh, okay. Now, for you people that don't know Slave, just a touch of love, a little bit. Don't get me started. Okay, this is not the Chris Greer show, but stay tuned though. No, but playing lead guitar for Slave, and I think that you were telling me that there were different versions of the group Slave.
There are. I believe all of there's one surviving member, gentleman Floyd Taylor, I believe he blows trombone. But Mark Adams' son has a group called the Sons of Slave.
Oh, wow.
I believe Steve Arrington is still doing his thing. And then there's us.
Oh, okay.
So you have with other groups there's splinters, and Slave is no exception.
Oh, okay. So right now, are you touring with Slave?
With Slave, it's coming down to a close for the summer season, and we're gearing up for the spring.
Oh, okay. Gearing up for the spring. Now, are you playing different cities, things like that, different venues? Are the venues large venues or smaller venues?
These are large venues. We just did the casino, where it was Slave, Parliament,
Wow.
and the Ohio Players.
Wow.
And that was a huge thing.
Yeah, I would love to be in the house.
Horseshoe
for that.
Casino.
The Horseshoe. Oh, okay, right
Yes.
here in Hammond. Okay. So what we need for you all to do is Google where Slave is going to be playing and go out there and see them. But right now, we want to thank Mr. Robert Burks for coming by and talking with us. We enjoyed you, sir.
Pleasure's
and
mine.
good luck to you on everything that you're doing.
I'm gonna keep on
Now,
strumming.
We're going to be back in 1 second. Me and Phoebe are going to be talking about some of the new weird things that's going on in life. So we'll be right back. This is Trend Nation. Welcome back to Trend Nation. I'm Chris Greer. I'm here with Phoebe. We're going to be talking about some hot topics that have been in the news. And man, if you go to our Facebook page, go ahead and put down some of your questions or some of your comments and stuff like that. And let us know how you feel. That's at Trendnation on our Facebook page.
Yeah, these topics are social media worthy because they're all over social media. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. First of all, right off the bat, we're going to be talking about Miss Carly Russell.
Yes.
Yes. If you don't know, and you've been living under a rock, Carly Russell said that she was driving down the interstate and she saw a baby walking down the side of the highway. This baby had on a white t-shirt and a diaper walking just whoop-a-doop, We're talking about a baby
Yeah.
on the side of the interstate, just walking, just minding her own
In the
damn
dark.
business.
In the dark.
In the dark.
In the dark.
In the dark.
So
Now,
Carly decided to pull up.
pull over. Because she's like, I got to pull over and check out this baby. This baby might be in danger.
But wait, the thing about it, okay, I get it, because that's like any caring person, you see a baby on the, on the side of the road, you're like, why that baby out there by herself? Because, sometimes things could happen like that.
I would be driving and say, ooh, was that a baby? Oh, here's our exit.
But what Carly did not do, Carly did not stay in the car.
No.
So instead of calling the police, staying in the car, she called her family.
Right.
Then she called the police.
Right.
And then she called back a family member.
Right.
Then she got out of the car.
Right.
Now you by yourself in the dark and a woman, and you get out the car.
Right. Hold up. Let's add something on to
Okay.
that. A black woman in Alabama.
In the dark.
In the dark.
Oh, okay, by the bushes.
Yeah. So she gets out the car to check on this baby. This baby that's walking down the highway. Yeah. So I guess the baby's car, they little
Buggy.
small type car got a flat.
Yeah.
That plastic tire went flat. So anyway, moving on. So she gets out the car, and when she gets out the car, she says, "I was abducted.
Yeah, well, wait.
Somebody took me."
But the sister that was on the phone heard her screaming. Like, she was, at first she was asking, like, is this your child? Does this child belong to you? Da 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 da.
Who was there? It was just
started
a
screaming.
baby.
But wait, it's supposed to be somebody there. How you think she got kidnapped? Somebody was there.
She got Carly napped. She got Carly napped on the side of the expressway. And so after that, phone went dead, right?
Right.
Okay. And then she shows up how many days later?
Oh, was it a couple of days, wasn't it?
A couple of days later,
Yeah.
and she walks to her house and says that,
Singing,
I've been abducted.
Yep.
And it was a couple, it was a man and a woman, they took me. Did they harm you? Did they harm you? No, they didn't harm me. No. Did they feed her?
Yeah.
They fed
Guess
her.
what they fed her?
What they fed her?
Her snacks she bought from the store.
Oh, the snacks that she bought from the store with
One
her
bag of it.
with her debit card.
Yeah.
They were like, here, Carly.
Yeah, and played in her hair after she left her wig on the road.
Oh.
Well, yeah, when they took her, the wig fell off. Like
Oh, when they took her.
when they took her, the wig.
When she bent over to get the baby,
The wig
they took her and her wig
the
fell
wig
off.
went that way. But the thing about it, the whole time they found out doing all this little shadig or whatever it is, shenanigans or whatever what was happening. She was staying in the hotel.
Ooh.
Yeah, she was at the hotel. The hotel people told on her, but she stood and she was at the hotel or whatever. She was mad at her boyfriend.
Mad at her boyfriend.
Mad at her boyfriend. I think this is one of those moments you want to see if he cares. You know, if you go
You
to
mean
see
she was like attention seeking?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You want
She
to
was
see if
attention seeking.
you want to see if the person cares. So I think that's what it was, but it went too far. She didn't drove her mama crazy, you know, crying, and you know how we get about our children, no matter how grown they are. So she did this attempt to get attention caused a problem.
Right. That means all kinds of authorities and all the rest of other stuff.
Yeah.
They came out of nowhere
Yeah.
to just like find Carly.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know anything about it until my wife said, you know, you heard about Carly Russell? I'm like, who?
What caught her up was the investigation from the police.
Ah.
They did investigation over her computer, which showed that she was looking up like
The movie Taken.
she looked up that and about
How to do something.
what is that when you come up missing and they do an alert?
Right,
There's that
an Amber
call,
Alert.
Amber Alert.
Right.
That, and just she was doing all kind of research, so it made the police really, really like suspicious of it all. So I think they're thinking about it might be a 1-year jail sentence, but it's,
Yeah, she's
don't
in
quote me
jail
on that,
now,
but-
y'all.
Is
She's
she?
in jail, yes. They
Oh,
arrested
see, I
her.
missed that part. Oh,
Yeah, they arrested her.
Now
You
she-
can't
now
just
she
do
missing
stuff
for
like that.
real.
But okay, enough about Carly. We gave her too much.
Yeah,
Too much time.
yeah.
Now, let's talk about my boy, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie!
Now, Jamie Foxx has been in a hospital because they think that he had a stroke
Yeah.
or he had an aneurysm, or what it was is that his family actually, whoever was the gatekeeper over that, the secret of Jamie, man, they deserve a
Applause.
yeah.
Yes.
That if something happened to me, that's how I want y'all to handle that stuff. We don't know what Chris
Yes.
is. Chris was playing pickleball. Chris was at the Bears game. Chris was at the Bulls game.
Chris is outside.
Chris is outside. Chris is golfing and stuff like that. We seen him.
Right.
Chris is hanging out with Carly Russell. Anyway. So anyway, Jamie came out and he did a little clip saying that no, he's not cloned. He's not.
That he's all right. basically.
Right. His head hasn't exploded
Right.
and all the rest of other stuff. His eyes work. He's not paralyzed and all
Right.
the rest of the other stuff.
Right.
But kudos to his family, to Corinne, his daughter. Man, she kept a tight ship. That's what I want y'all
She
to do.
did, but social media had a field day on it. Of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
So
I
of
was
course
following
the
it.
side by side when he was once healthy, then after healing from the sick, being sick.
Yeah.
His picture, his face is much thinner, a little lighter. So everyone is saying, "Oh, he's cloned."
But yeah.
But when people get sick, they lose weight or
Yeah.
what have you. Then of course, when the movie come out, Clone.
Oh man, we
Clone by Tyrone.
Clone.
They clone
Which is on
Tyrone,
Netflix.
Which is on Netflix. I watched it.
Yes.
So when that came out, his video came out. So he was like, "See, and I'm not clone" when he did that.
Right.
So of course, social media saying he cloned.
He ain't
They
cloned.
don't believe
He
nothing.
ain't
You know,
cloned.
we have our own social media investigators. The
Right.
police and all of that. They
Right.
they do it. They do it well, and then they don't do it so well. But
Mm.
still, but yeah, that big thing. But have you seen the movie?
Yes, I have seen the movie. I enjoyed the movie thoroughly. It's getting mixed reviews because some people they're like, "Oh, that was garbage," but you know what? It was actually showing some things that are really going on
exactly.
in our world
Exactly.
right now.
And that's what's wrong with us. We're not paying attention. We need to pay attention. There are subliminal messages that we are supposed to pay attention to when it comes to these movies. They know.
Right.
They know.
They
Believe
know.
me.
Just like if let's go back. There was a movie called I, Robot.
Oh yeah.
And in I, Robot, if y'all haven't seen it, I, Robot is a movie starring Will Smith, and it was a legion of AI robots that went awry. Now, in this movie, Will Smith had a Bluetooth device in his ear where he was talking to people on the phone. When we saw that, I was like, man, that's cool as I don't know what. I wonder if they're gonna have that. 5 years later, we had Bluetooth.
Didn't
in
know how
our
to take
ear.
it out of our ear either.
No. The steak daddies, they got it on all the time. Like,
Yeah.
hey, hello.
You're cool with your Bluetooth.
Yeah, I'll meet you at the boat. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to have to wrap this up.
Okay.
But the movie,
We go all day.
They cloned Tyrone.
They cloned Tyrone.
They be like, oh, they cloned Tyrone. And Tyrone is sitting there like, that is me on TV.
Yeah.
So anyway. Yeah, for the dude that's walking around looking like me, because people walking up, they like, Pastor. I'll be like, no.
They all say we have a twin in this world.
Yeah,
We have a twin in this world.
I saw this
Who
dude.
look like you? No.
I saw this dude picture that's been, everybody's like, man, you look like Pastor so-and-so. And I'm like, no. He said, here's his picture. And I was like, that dude don't look like me.
I heard I got a Cuban sister, so I don't know. Like, hey, who look like me? I thought I looked unique. Girl, where you at? Let's go play on some people.
But we get ready to wrap this up. Man, we had some fun with this, Phoebe.
We did.
So-
I appreciate it.
So prayers going out to Carly Russell and her family and her
Yes.
situation.
Yes.
You handle that. Hey, much love going out to Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
You my boy. Can't wait to meet you and all the rest of the other stuff. We're going to be back with another special guest, Miss Felicia Greer.
Yes. Yes.
And we're going to talk about entertainment news.
Y'all check out that last name. He said Greer.
Hey,
Christopher Greer.
we're
Felicia
related.
Greer.
We're related. So we'll be right back in a second. This is Trend
Nation.
And we're back with Trend Nation. I have my lovely co-host here, Mrs.
Felicia Greer.
That's right. That's her name, Felicia Greer.
I wanted to
And-
say my own name.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
big girl.
You're a big girl now. Okay. For all of you who don't know, this is my lovely wife.
That is what they keep saying.
That's what the people say. We actually have a show together called Lights, Camera, Action with Christopher Greer.
And Felicia Greer.
Yeah, so you can also catch that on CAN TV here and also on YouTube. I called her in because we're going to talk about some hot topics regarding entertainment news, which is some things that both of us were in that field. So those are the things that we're going to be talking about.
Right.
First thing up is the SAG, Screen Actors Guild, AFTRA, and the Writers Guild of America strike.
Yes.
Right.
And it is highly affecting a lot of things, as you know, but it actually has us with kind of a house divided.
Yes. My wife is a writer
Yes.
and a screenwriter, and I am an actor.
Now, don't get me wrong, so don't come in my inbox attacking me. I understand what you guys are upset about on both sides. The reason why I say we're a house divided because I have a up and coming project. Actually, we do. Our company, Greer Music and Film Work, is one of the producers, and we're in a holding pattern because of this strike.
Right.
So it's not that I don't support the issues. I do, because for one, I don't want my face, this beautiful face, being just plastered everywhere, and I don't get paid for it.
Exactly.
So,
You
but
get paid, but you get paid one time,
one time, yeah, I'm not gonna. No,
and then it'll
No.
be in perpetuity
that's not gonna work for me.
all throughout this universe from now until the end of time.
So imagine the excitement that we had to find out that we were funded and ready to go into pre-production, and then everything just went skirt. And
Exactly.
then my lovely husband goes marching down there with his shirt and
I
sign.
am on TV. I am like in pictures. I'm on Facebook. I'm on everything, holding the sign like Screen Actors Guild. You're unfair.
And
blah,
then
blah,
he
blah.
comes home to me and like, any news? What do you mean? Is there any news? You're down there striking. What do you mean? Is there any news?
Yeah, but the thing, the wild thing about what, and I'm gonna make it short, about what the Screen Actors Guild is actually seeking. They're actually seeking to be paid with all of the trillions of dollars that has actually been being made in the movie industry. We get X amount of dollars.
And then that's it.
Right. Now, if we're lucky enough to get like be in a television show, let's say Chicago Fire or Chicago Med or something like that, we get what's called residuals. The residuals actually start to trickle. They become like really big, you get paid, and then the next residual is smaller. And then smaller and smaller and
Taper
smaller.
down.
I just got a residual from Chicago Med this week.
I think we ate that check.
That check got eaten up in
For
fees.
lunch.
In fees in my checking account. So
Well, that's the same with the Writers Guild. We get paid, and that's it.
yeah, I know.
Unless you own the company.
Unless you own the company, exactly.
Right.
And so another thing that SAG is actually fighting for is that the extras,
Yeah.
and even though extras, they're not part of the union per se, but if we don't have extras in a movie, we don't have a movie.
And I
mean-
definitely understand that because I've been an extra several times in several different films. And you get that one check, that's it. And I can't imagine being at Tyler Perry Studios again for an example, because I've done him I think twice. And then the next season and I'm not even there and I see my face.
Exactly.
That's gonna be weird.
Exactly. You get paid one time. They make a AI copy of your likeness and they use it within perpetuity for all days to come in this universe for until they stop making movies. So
Well, hopefully this will wrap up soon for several reasons. One, he can get back to acting, I can get back to writing, and we could close out this project because it is major, guys. I wish we could share it with you, but you
Yes.
are not going to believe it. You will be able to see it in theaters, though. So
In
we're super
theaters.
proud of Greer Music and Film.
yeah.
So let's move on about this Subway contest, because
Okay.
I'm thinking about changing my name too.
Subway has this contest in which if you change your name to Subway, they will give you sandwiches free for the rest of your life. And
I don't know that I want to do that. Subway Greer?
Subway Greer.
That's weird.
Yeah, or Greer Subway.
Greer Subway, but I want to own the building.
You know what? You know what? We gave a little bit too much attention to that now, because for one thing, we're not gonna change our names. We're proud of our name.
I am proud.
At least I am.
Whatever.
But there is a bittersweet thing that's going on right now with Trendnation, and I am going to try to hold it together.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Why don't we bring one of the members of Trend Nation up here so she could be a part of it too?
Right. So we want everybody to come up here, and Cody too. Come on, Cody.
Yeah, come on, Cody, my other co-host.
Yeah, our co-host, Cody
Come on,
Scott,
Coco.
who is our special guest. Come on, everybody.
Yep, we're gonna bring my I call her my broke best friend. She's here with us from Texas for another week. We've had her for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and now she is back.
And come on, Phoebe. And we're gonna bring JaVale up here too. The announcement is that
You gonna wait on JaVale to get here? I mean,
Yeah,
because
she
she's
coming.
like taking her time.
she coming. She the boss. She can do it. Pull on out. Yeah. The thing is that me, Christopher Greer, I will be leaving Trend Nation.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Y'all play all day.
And so after 6 years of being here, you come up here. 6 years of me being here at Trend Nation, as one of the founding hosts, we are going to move on to focus on Lights, Camera, Action with Christopher Greer and Felicia Greer, and I will be stepping down as one of the hosts of Trend Nation.
Original. We
Right.
supposed to be in this forever.
Right. And so, who's going to take over for me
Let's bring-
is
let's-
going to be Cody. Cody
Yeah,
is going
right,
to
Cody.
Yay.
Trendnation won't be gone totally.
No.
It's
Right.
gonna get revamped, and we're gonna go out into the neighborhood. If you don't know who I am, I'm JaVale Wagner.
Executive
the
producer.
Yeah, executive producer of Trendnation, Lights, Camera, Action, Video Nation, Sing Nation. Do I have anything else?
All kind of
Everything.
nations.
Chicago Nation.
Everything.
All shows on KNTV, so just make sure you check us out,
Yeah.
even after this show.
Yes.
We will be going out to the neighborhoods,
Yes.
interviewing business owners,
Yes.
artists, singer, talents into your domain.
Yeah.
And then we're
Yeah.
going to bring it back to the show.
If you notice me hitting Christopher, that's just, I'm
She
saying
can't
yes
believe it.
because that's something we knew that was going to take place. This was the
Eventually.
different, not Christopher leaving, but as far as going out into the neighborhood and the communities and, those that are doing good in the hood,
Yes, good in the hood.
being very impactful. But this Christopher thing is, very new.
Sad.
Yeah.
So we're going to
It
miss
is.
him
Yes, we are.
on this platform.
Yes.
But he's still going to be on this platform.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Just not on
So I
this
still
platform.
get the chance to pick on them and laugh with them, but
Yeah.
it's on the opposite side of the
Yeah.
spectrum.
Good
But
night.
Good night.
Good night, Trend Nation.